I had to at least play Sonic. That's the secret ring. That's how you get the emeralds. I get a trophy if I can get first emerald. Still used to debug mode. I cheat. I put the debug mode in, it hacks the game so you can float and stuff. Or get all the rings you want. I learned that from the Genesis though. Gonna get the emerald. Can't use the spin dash yet until part 2. So you gotta press down to spin when you're running. I know all kinds of secrets. Speed shoes. Life up there, but I don't know how to get it. You have to, gotta use the speed shoes to get up there. Is there a... No. Can't get up there. Hate that thing. Ah, I missed it. Oh. Yeah, I missed it. Boss stage. Shield. Ah, it ran out just as I was jumping on it. Ugh. hate that part too. Yeah. Ah. Ugh. Rings don't really matter on this stage anyway. I gotta beat Dr. Robotnik. Ah! Invincible right there. Hard to get though. Got it. I hate those things. They're only vulnerable on their head. Ah. Oh shit. Why don't I do this? watching me. Look up debug mode. What the hell? Daisy. You get my text? Check your phone. Oh. Huh? Daisy. Daisy. Did you get it? Huh? No. Look at that. See it? Time it does this. You have to. Can't receive messages. Dial my number if it doesn't go through. For some reason, it has to do that. If it doesn't send, it doesn't receive it.
Is it calling you?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the message. Yeah, try restarting it. Put that on there. Come on. Charge it. Charge it. I'm gonna do it now. Yeah, I told people I went to Deadpool without you the other day. They said, I told him you let me have it, and they said, oh, you better go see it again.
Is that what that you
Yeah. And the guy in Australia, he's texting me right now. He's in Australia. He's telling me about the Sonic, what we grew up on.
Is he from Australia?
Yeah, he's from he's got heavy metal for his tag. He likes to jam out to Pantera and stuff when he's playing Killing Floor with me. When we grew up on Sonic and he's talking about the Shinobi games, he played those as a kid. And we said now we got to look up the cheat codes all over again because we forgot them 20 years ago on the internet, you know. See, this is debug mode. It allows you to hack the game and get like infinite rings or move wherever you want to, level select, that kind of stuff. We put these out for developers when they first made the game, so developers could, you know, test the game out and freely do whatever they want. But they left the codes in there, but they didn't know anybody was going to find them out. And a long time ago, we used to memorize them, like level select code and you know, the like number contract for the 30 lives, that kind of stuff. They were hidden within the game, but you had to figure it out on your own before they had internet, or you had to look in a magazine to find out. So when I was a kid, I had to look in magazines. We didn't have the internet yet, so I had to. You never heard of Game Pro before? I had that magazine, subscription to that, and I had Game Informer, and Game Informer was nice, but I had a few games titles, and that's how I looked at games before I bought them. Huh? You couldn't try them out on demos. You didn't have demos. They made demo discs, but only for certain games on PlayStation. But if you wanted to try out a 64 game or something like that, you had to buy it. And you didn't know how it was going to play yet. So you asked your friends and you read magazines to find out how it was. They didn't have internet or YouTube.
I remember I had my Dreamcast.
Oh, I had Dreamcast, yeah. I traded all my 64 games at Amma 64 the day it came out. And it was a huge line, Toys R Us, because we didn't have any other store except that would do the deal. They said if you get like 20% off each game you bring in there. I had like friggin' 30 games. And I traded it for Dreamcast. I played Sonic Adventures, it blew my head off. It just blew my mind, the graphics on it. Because those graphics weren't meant to be like that yet, because the PS2 wasn't even out yet. And so they put all their eggs in one basket. Sega, you know? And what happened was, Dreamcast flopped because the PS2 came out after, and it just dominated it. Because you could play DVDs on it, play CDs on it. You could play CDs on Dreamcast, and it had the first internet functionality besides the Commodore 64. You just put a landline in the back of it, and you already had Windows on it. It said Windows on the front of it. You could put a modem into there, and you could hook to the internet, but you couldn't really browse the internet. It's just for like add-ons and stuff like that for games. And then the FCC filed a thing against them because they said, my grandma always complained about it. I never knew about it until I actually saw it for myself. When I turned the Dreamcast on, I was downstairs in the basement, right, a different TV. But she said, you know, the screen goes funny every time you use that
thing.
Thing. And every other, and she said, "Do you know why that is? Like when they put the vacuum cleaner on, it does that." And I'm like, "I don't know. I'd never seen it before. I denied it, and then I found out that they pretty much had to shut the console off because it was damaging on the TVs. And Sega just made the game. They wanted to put it out as soon as possible, and they put it out, but they didn't do safety regulations. They didn't do. They didn't check with the FCC first because it was made in Japan. So when I got here, it wasn't regulated yet. Or in Canada. So FCC made it illegal. You couldn't use it. They made them stop production basically, but you could still buy it on your own. It's at your own risk. But that's why the Dreamcast failed. It says Sega put everything into that system. Everything. They put all the money into it, and it failed. They went bankrupt. After that, you start seeing games on like the GameCube. Like you start seeing the Sega games on the GameCube and the PS2 and the PS3 because Sega is a third-party corporation now.
Because I remember getting them on the PS2. It's like all the way.
Yeah, it's because Sega, yeah.
Dreamcast, I had all my games in there. I had all my favorite games. It was like 64 of them. They were like, I love playing like 64. I had a big publisher for my PS2.
Yeah, because like at the time, Sega and Super Nintendo were always competing. So it was, and PlayStation used to be actually part of Super Nintendo. They used to be part of Nintendo. They broke off though. They had differences. So they went, and Sony bought them out. And they went with Sony, and then they made the PS1, and the PSX is a big fat gray one. That's the first one they ever made. PS1 was like the white, smaller one, the revised version. They made that like later on, like 98, 99, and it was just faster and smaller. It had, more buttons on it. And anyway, Super Nintendo had like certain pixels and certain colors, and the Genesis had the Mega Drive at the time. Genesis had more processing power because they had extra like GPU. That's what the chip was in the games. They were yellow.
Yeah.
They made the game faster. Like Sonic games, like how it could load so fast when you run so fast. That's because they had more processing power. The Super Nintendo had better colors and better resolution. So that was the difference between them. So Dreamcast came out, and then so a similar thing happened with PS2. Why it beat it because it had more pixels and better resolution than the Dreamcast, and they had DVD functionality and stuff, and it had online functionality too. That's why it beat it, because all you do with the Dreamcast is play games. You can play CDs. I think you can play CDs actually. Limited online functionality, but you couldn't play like in PS2 could play PS1 games and PS2 games. You couldn't do it on the Dreamcast. So those were the reasons that the system failed. It was only out for like a year or two.
Because I was wondering why this went out and then
Yeah, the GameCube came out shortly after, and the PS2 came out. And PS2 originally came out. When I first saw it at Walmart, it was in a blue box way on top of the shelf. And I'm wondering what the hell that was. And they said, we haven't put it out yet. It's PS2. Like, PlayStation made a second one? And he's like, yeah, it just came out like literally last month. So we just they're not allowed to sell them yet. He's like, because they were way up, they were stocked way up on the shelves in the electronics department. And I never really owned. I only owned a PS2 when I got out of juvie. I got one.
I got it when it came out.
I went with the Xbox originally. That's what I went with. I went with the Xbox when it came out, and I wanted a GameCube because I wanted to play Smash Brothers and Mario Sunshine. And it was the other games. I'm just a Nintendo fan. The GameCube didn't do too well as far as systems. The Wii did a lot better. It outsold them like 10-1.
I had everybody tell me, don't buy a GameCube.
Huh?
I was always told never get a GameCube.
GameCube was alright. It was
They told me that too.
it was basically like a Dreamcast, a little bit better. As far as processing power, and they had the little disc so they couldn't copy the games very easily. Back you said I'd use memory cards. Xbox got rid of that. You didn't have to buy a memory card ever. Because then when it came out, it had the hard drive already on it. You can use a memory card if you want to transfer the memory to the system, yeah. But originally when you bought it, you didn't need a memory card. It was the first with a hard drive, first system with a hard drive ever built in. And in PS2, we could mod it and put an external hard drive in it. But you had to mod the back of it. Take out all the guts. But like I said, it avoids the warranty. Like I don't know if it was big or it was 500 megabytes. That was originally on the Xbox. Compared to now, that's nothing. Compared to like a whole terabyte or 500 gigabytes, so it's like 1,000 times bigger. So PS3 came out with memory inside of it, but the Xbox also, for some reason, they wanted you to buy an external memory unit. You had to buy, you know, it came with it on top, and you could remove it and put it on a different system. I think that's why I did it. And they put it on 60 to 80 gigs when it first came out. The Halo edition was bigger, but it was more money. It was bigger storage though. And they had an HD DVD add-on, but they messed up because the format wars were going on. There was HD DVD and Blu-ray. Sony had Blu-ray, Microsoft made HD DVD. They were going back and forth to see who was going to dominate the other. The Blu-ray won because it had more storage on it. It had 50 gigs per disc. You could put a data on there for developers. So that was better for games, better for video, and it was already in HD. The picture was basically the same on both discs, but there was a lot more storage on it. HD had, I think they had like 30. Blu-ray had 50. So Sony won that, and Blu-ray became the official high-definition DVD. Pretty much everywhere. You can still find HD DVDs on the internet or something like that. Collector items now, because they don't make them. They don't make the discs. They only made like about a few hundred discs for the HD DVD. Yeah, they had players, but I don't know if you can buy the Xbox add-on anymore, but you could before. But it's already built into the PS3. That's everybody was buying PS3. That was another thing that helped out with Sony. With mine, it just into Blu-ray. I mean, PS3 would play everything. Originally, it came out, it played PS1, 2, and 3 games. Huh? No, but they had to cut out the PS2 functionality because it kept overheating the console. People were trying to sue Sony because they should have warned them before the console got fried on them, you know? And Sony said, we didn't know about it until now, until it started happening. It was like the Xbox Red Ring of Death. That's also what hurt the 360 too, because they kept breaking for random reasons. Red Ring of Death.
Yeah, I remember when mine, it was like it stopped mid-game. What's going on?
Yeah, you get that Red Ring of Death, your hard drive is fried.
And I was just like, oh, I had to go and get it. I had to go out and get another.
And it costs less money to buy one.
And then like 4 months later, it
Huh?
And they told me it was like it overheated and that was
And other reasons, yeah. Red Ring just meant hard drive. If it wasn't complete all the way, they could still help you. They could put a different hard drive in.
I
But if it's all the way around, you're done.
Yeah.
It's dead.
I know because I had to get it like the fourth time. I had to go to the fourth time, I remember. And I took it to GameStop and they were able to help me fix it. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Put that on the
Xbox
side.
had to actually, they had to give out so many different refunds and warranties.
Oh yeah.
It cost them a lot of money because they didn't warn anybody about it beforehand. That's why they were upset. Happened to the PS3 too, but it didn't really, all they had to do was cut out the functionality and it got rid of the problem. 360 was different. HDMI cords weren't out yet. What are you doing? Huh? What? Huh? Oh, now it's over there.
Where is it?
You put on the charger.
No, my phone.
Oh, I told you to put yours on the charger, not mine.
Oh.
Mine's already charged.
Oh.
I'm on the charger. Come on. You want me to do it? Yeah. You have a tendency not to charge your phone. What?
Is that new?
Yeah. Did you get the message?
Yeah.
I had to restart it, yeah.
Oh, it's going to take us 15 minutes to get there. But I don't know if I can get out right now, dude.
Why?
Because the guy.
What do you mean? Just go around. Did you ask them to move their car? Why don't you try that? AC? AC?
I wasn't planning on going until this evening.
Why? Why? What did you say? What?
I wasn't planning on going until this evening.
Why are we gonna go to the evening? I gotta get my glove. Stacy, it's more expensive at night.